Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of life. Hi everyone, this is Tracey Brown coming to you today to do the metaphysical way to earth happiness. And today's topic is Archangel Uriel. I kept peeing on Uriel, and I was going to do another Archangel, but Uriel kept coming up. So I decided to study Uriel and take care of Uriel today for some reason. So let's get started on Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the light of God. He is the light of truthfulness. He's also considered the angel of death, but I know that seems to be a little scary, and so it's not as prominently expressed in my research. He's also the archangel of wisdom. He is God is my light, or fire of God. He assists in seeking God's will. He will assist you in making decisions. He will assist you in learning new information, especially when things are kept hidden from you. He is about problem solving and conflict resolution. He is about letting go of destructive emotions, which includes anxiety and depression. Often seen with a book for wisdom or a scroll for disseminating information. Also seen with an open hand, and in his hand can often be found the sun or a fireball. The sun and the fire is about God's truth. He is represented by the color red, gold, and yellow, mostly red. Uriel checks the doors of your home during a plague, which is, I think, ironic because we're going through a plague right now. He is a symbol for education, educators, pupils, students, teachers, professors, educators of any kind, teachers of any type. He also protects the gate of paradise. He brings light to the people, meaning their eyesight is given truthfulness. They can see clearly the answers that they need to see. He also uses the sword. It's usually in the form of the sword inflamed. And he uses it for protection of faith. Also, to protect educators. Uriel is the archangel of divine wisdom. the Archangel of Truth. Archangel Uriel gives us the courage to speak truthfully, openly. He also allows us to deal with the ramifications of speaking your authentic truth. Archangel Uriel embraces truth. He helps you to overcome all the challenges that come with truth. It's almost like in saying the truth will set you free. The truth will relieve you. The truth will give you answers. The truth will give you your aha moment. That's Archangel Uriel. And so if anybody is involved in some hidden truth, which I've spoken to many of my clients, and there's so much hidden truths in family, I like to call them half-truths, or if someone is now willing to speak their truth and their existence and what happened to them, the way they see it, their truthfulness, with Archangel Uriel, you are encouraged to speak authentically. And he will protect you as you want to relieve yourself from being prevented from speaking openly and truthfully and things that are hidden and things that it's time to speak the truth. Archangel Uriel embraces truth. He seeks out the truth in any situation. Notice the theme here with Archangel Uriel. Truth. And finding that the truth can only serve their highest and best versions of ourselves. Uriel can connect with 3 prophetic warnings or wills or visions, so he's also the archangel of psychics and mediums and witches and prophecies and visions. Calling on Archangel Uriel is a surefire way to invoke closer examination of what is going on in our mind, in our environment, in our world. It's about informed decisions to realize our highest self. So that's another theme. Truth to get to our highest self. Uriel is associated with Noah, Ezra, the book of Ezra, and the book of Enoch, which many may not be too familiar with, but I would encourage you to research the book of Enoch. Uriel comes into play in many ways. He comes into play later with Ezra, but first, through the book of Enoch, there were these angels. They're called the Watchers, that were the guardians over the earth. And somehow, the Watchers fell in love with human females. And their job was to watch over us, but instead they mated with us. Then the female humans gave birth to giants. The Watchers are a group of angels who has descended on earth against God's wills and wishes to mate with female humans. They gave birth to giants called Nephilims. The Nephilims terrorized the world, and chaos unfolded. And so Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel reported back to God and informed God of what the watchers, who were angels, had done. And God said to Uriel, go speak to Noah and inform Noah that the world will be destroyed and that only his family will survive. And so Uriel shows up again, and he speaks to Noah, and he informs Noah to build the boat. Now, this is a part of history that tends to be left out. Like, why did God get to the point that he must destroy the earth? Like, he had to. It was because the Nephilims, they were untethered, untamed. They were giants. Can you just imagine? And God was like, that is not my intentions down there. And they're ruining everything. By the way, God called back the watchers. And the one thing about God, I have to say, that's been consistent in the Bible, God does punish. He has a tendency of saying to those that know better, especially, not necessarily humans, because he's always giving us a second chance, but angels were there in a way where they are just so close to God. So he called the watchers back, and he put them in a prison-like environment, never to be seen again. Uriel was also there during the burial of Adam and his son Abel. And I just want to make sure I cover everything. And Uriel was there for Ezra, giving Ezra visions. The one thing I learned from the book of Ezra that I love, just from being a psychic, is that sometimes God doesn't provide all the answers, right? Uriel and Ezra were talking, and Ezra needed more answers. And what Ezra got out of his conversation with Uriel is that there are times he's not allowed to know. That is when you have to trust the process. I think there was a lot of killings with the Israelites, and Ezra couldn't understand that. He's like, if they're God's chosen people, why are they always being annihilated? And it wasn't an answer that Uriel had for him, but in a way where Ezra had to be taught to sit back and accept the process of not knowing. And that just brings me back to trusting your personal process, right? Sometimes I get readings, and sometimes you all expect me to know every step along the way. In actuality, it's just not fair to you if God gives me so much that you never do the work. And sometimes in my reading, I literally have to say, no, it stops there. He's not telling me. They're not telling me. Your guides aren't telling me. At this stage of the game, you have to take what information that was provided, you have to use it to organize your own life. And you will figure it out because you've got enough information in the psychic reading to continue on. You don't need to learn the final outcome. I get that a lot with pregnancies, where people are like, am I going to have a boy or a girl? And sometimes I can tell it. Sometimes I don't see it, the outcome. I just see the pregnancy. And sometimes God flip-flops. One minute I'll say a boy, the next minute I'll say a girl, because I never retain any memory of any reading unless you help to recall it back to me. And I find that really funny. Once in a while, I will say something one time about a gender, and I'll say it again about a gender, and I'll say it again about a gender. And that's when I know God is pretty adamant that this person is allowed to know the truth, that having a particular gender will impact everything that they do. So that person needs to know. A good example of that is if you have historical family issues with the women in your family. And when I say historical, I mean down the line. Great-grandmother was a problem for grandmother. Grandmother was a problem for mother. Mother was a problem for you. And yet you are now being told that you're having a girl. God will inform you of that to then allow you to organize your life better so that you could break the generational curses that have been brought down the line. Uriel tells Noah there will be a flood to cleanse the earth. The Nephilims are completely destroyed. And now I get it. Like, there are certain parts in the Bible that I've had a hard time appreciating. And Noah's Ark and the flood was one of them. I found it very hard to appreciate that God would destroy the whole world. Like, how bad were we? Right? How bad could humans have been? However, in this COVID experience, I think we are discovering that every single country has participated in some deplorable, inhumane practices for centuries. Every single country. And those countries that claim they didn't, they did. Because if you sat back and knew that another country was doing something and you did not help, you are responsible for the demise of this world. So COVID is here, pretty much like the flood, except God's not taking everybody. Thank you, God, as he did promise. Whew. Uriel, Archangel Uriel, to repeat, is the archangel for psychics, for your intuition, for your mediumship abilities, even if you may not call yourself a medium. He is the archangel of death. That's what mediums deal with. They deal with the underlife, the death. Call on Archangel Uriel when you want to develop your psychic intuition. You can use a silver candle or a gray candle if you ever find it, and of course white. This is for psychic development. If you find a gold candle, that's even more perfect because it represents Uriel. Red is his color, so please embrace red candle for developing your psychic intuition of any kind, any divination, any candle magic, any herbs, any healing modalities. Archangel Uriel will assist you. Now, I have to be very honest. From my readings, Archangel Uriel is very, very powerful. Very. He is willing to help you. He's willing to help you to speak your authentic truth if that's what you need. He's willing to help you to educate on any level if that's what you need. He is willing to help you to get through school, to study, if that's what you need. He is willing to help you in all forms and all levels of psychic development. He's also willing to help you if you've lost, for any reason, your self-respect. Either others have given you the lack of respect, or you've given it to yourself. In any form, Uriel will help you. And what I got from my reading, because I don't know too many people that actually call on Uriel, what I got from my reading is that if you call on Uriel, he's there. He's just there. Willing to get you to accept a new version in your highest self of you. He also manifests through electricity, because he is the god of light, thunderstorms, especially electricity that has a red flame attached to it. He is the archangel of red light or flickering red light. I remember when I did Archangel Michael, who I feel very close to, but most people feel very close to Archangel Michael, right? And I was in St. Croix, I think, when I did Archangel Michael. And before studying him, there was this weird flicker of light that just kept coming into my Airbnb. It was actually the most annoying thing I had ever seen. I was like, why is this happening? And then I read Archangel Michael is the flickering of light. And the last time I got a flickering of light, it was really funny. It was on my last day on the island of St. Croix, and my battery had gone dead, but I didn't know it, and I'm on my way to the car, and in this dark alley was this flickering of light. And I remember looking at the light, because now I had already studied Archangel Michael, and I said, "You're here. Thank you." Not knowing that by the time I got to my car, the engine wouldn't turn over because I left the lights on, and I was in a deserted area. But the flickering of light let me know that Archangel Michael was standing right by my door, and that no one was going to bother me until the tow people could allow me to turn my car over and get home safely. I thought that was a beautiful, like, my heart just, like, oh my God. But I didn't connect everything because I'm having a human experience always. And so I saw the flickering of light, and I was like, oh, you're Archangel Michael, you're here. Then I got in my car, and it wouldn't turn over. And then I started cussing like a sailor. What the fuck is happening here? Archangel Michael was standing right there, enjoying my meltdown. So, Archangel Uriel is a red light. So if you start to see these random red lights or flickering red lights or thunderstorm, don't judge where you see the thunderstorm. I was watching a show last night, and there was a 15 worst disasters at sea, and boom, thunderstorms was one of the 15 worst disasters at sea. Even that is Archangel Uriel coming through to you. Don't judge how you get the information. Just know that the information comes to you. Also, and this part I love the most, Archangel Uriel loves when you help others. So you have to decide, what does that look like to you? Does that look like the person on the corner with the sign that says, do you have money and you freely give it without judging the person? Does it look like giving away some things in your home that is no longer of use to you? Does it look like giving things to Goodwill? Does it look like cooking for someone, especially like elderly or something to that effect? Like, what does it look like to you? Does it look like just buying a gift for a random child, maybe kind of knowing that, you know, maybe the mom can't afford something like this, but you can? Like, what does giving look like to you? Archangel Uriel loves when we help each other by way of goodwill. So, I have a few things to read to you from my phone that I also collected. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that for my picture on this particular feed, I chose an archangel that was not white looking. Archangel Uriel does not have a face. No one knows what Uriel looks like. He's not white. He's not blonde. I believe he is probably monstrous looking. I believe he is massive. And I believe he probably looks somewhat deformed and a little bit like an alien. So don't be fooled by commercialism and who Archangel is to you. Because Archangel Uriel has no face. No one can describe him. He is there by way of a beaming red light, a beaming golden spear, or yellow, or the combination of all three. So for my picture, the one that I chose was this. You will never see his face. And actually, I've had conversations with Archangel Michael when you go into a certain type of meditation and you say, you know, am I allowed to see which archangel is watching over me? And Michael has come. I personally have never seen Michael's face. I've only seen his belt. That's it. And Archangel Michael is massive. I mean, massive. Like a size you can't even imagine. So I believe the nymphums that were mated through the watchers and the female humans, and they call them giants. Archangels are more giant than the watchers, more giant, you know, than you and I can imagine. Because I saw this much of Archangel Michael, and it was only a belt, and I was like, okay, that's it, because he was that massive to me. It was beautiful. I wish you all to have experiences of meeting your most amazing archangels, because it's a beautiful experience. I've had experience where, you know, Jesus has formed here. I've had experiences where Mary Mother has formed in my mind's eye. I've had experiences where Green Tara has appeared. I don't know if anyone else has those experiences, but please let me know below in the comments. So, Archangel Uriel is about your spiritual understanding. Looking the truth in the eyes can be quite unsettling. It often involves admitting fault, recognizing pain, or acknowledging flaws. Luckily, Archangel Uriel is aware of the repercussions of seeing the truth. and also helps those who call upon him to work through these difficulties and ultimately accept reality with love and compassion. For example, people accepting difficult truths are frequently faced with choices about forgiveness. Whether the forgiveness is directed at themselves or somebody else, one thing is for sure, it takes courage because they don't know if their truth and their trust will be broken. More pointedly, they must accept that they don't know how things will turn out. That's a theme with Uriel. By helping us accept the truth, Archangel Uriel also helps us develop the courage needed to face the unknown with love, illuminating new spaces and new thought, and we discover in ourselves with this divine light. There are many ways to recognize that you are in the presence of Archangel Uriel. He is known to rule the red light ray, so he is often portrayed in shades of red with hints of yellow or gold. Uriel is also often portrayed with an open hand holding a flame. Many claim Archangel Uriel will sometimes connect with you through electricity, lightning, or thunder. He can cause lights or appliances to flicker or fail and can also manifest and make his presence known through thunderstorms. However, connecting with Archangel Uriel, you must know that you will feel an energized presence when working with him. Archangel Uriel is most commonly portrayed by the symbol of an open hand holding a flame or sun to represent truth. Some say the flame represents the flame of love offered to all life and humankind on earth. In many artwork, Uriel may also be depicted carrying a book or scroll to represent wisdom. The scroll has also been noted to contain all the answers to guide you to your true life purpose. Others claim Uriel carries a flaming sword that helps to cut you free from past burdens. So just imagine a flaming sword that is cutting you and cutting your path and cutting everything that is stopping you from being at your highest self. Imagine that. Uriel was placed by God at the gates of paradise with a flaming sword to prevent Adam and Eve from returning after they had been banished from the Garden of Eden. Later, Uriel and the flaming sword were removed from the Garden of Eden, making it possible for humanity to enter paradise. Connect with Uriel to cut free from negative thoughts, negative burdens, from past situations, so you could now heal and move forward. Uriel, the red light ray, has high vibing energy and is commonly associated with wisdom and of being of service. Remember, that's a mandate with Uriel. Giving back is a mandate. Your version of giving back, no one is judging that. You just must know that that is part of your job, just being born here. Since Uriel rules the red light ray, we can encourage you to be of service and more connected to the source. The red light ray is also highly connected with the solar plex chakra. This can help you channel and connect with spiritual energy. To further enhance your experience with Archangel Uriel, try incorporating confidence and clarity boosting red crystals like fire opal or amber. Amber is one of my favorite stone. I go out my way to find amber. I love amber. I had no idea personally that it was associated with Archangel Uriel, but that goes to show you that there may have been some innate connection to Uriel, even if I didn't know it. Let's try a little meditation, everyone. Let's close your eyes and breathe. Close your eyes and breathe. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. Once again, breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. With your eyes closed, tell me in the comments below what colors you see. I absolutely see burnt orange. It's a light red, and my whole essence is only red. Now, this could be because I do have studio lights on me. That's possible, but usually I can see multicolors. But for me, it's going from red to burnt red to burnt orange. So pretty, and it's one flat color that keeps coming in and out in the different hues. So pretty. Let me know what colors you see. Imagine, keep your eyes closed, you are sitting in darkness, seeking insight and answers to your situation. Above you, out of the darkness, you see a multiple of bright white ribbons of light streaming down from the universe. Keep your eyes closed. Keep breathing. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. With your eyes closed, look up and see this multi-bright white ribbon of light streaming down from the universe. The ribbons join in a single large rope of illumination above you, bringing your attention to the crown of your head. Imagine a circular opening the size of a tennis ball, receiving these merged light ribbons of light. The light enters your crown and instantly fills your entire body with iridescent threads of light, of white, red, gold, yellow, illuminating every single space in your body, from your head. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine this light coming down inside of your body with all of these different threads, illuminating every single space in your body. Nothing is hidden from these lights because you are the light. As you bathe in this realization, you are aware of a presence emanating from you, and that presence that's emanating from you is Archangel Uriel. Repeat out loud this intention. Say it with me. Keep your eyes closed. Hello, Uriel. Hi. I'm honored to meet you. I love to learn about truth and how you communicate that with me. I'm ready to receive the key to my own light. Please, Archangel Uriel, please use me as an open conduit from the divine realm to this place on earth, so I can shine my light on my truth, to live on my purpose, and be that illumination for others, so that they may live theirs in a more tangible, verifiable way right now. I'm so grateful you have made it possible. If you like, at this moment, keep your eyes closed, and anything personal that you want to add in speaking to this light that's inside your body, to the presence of Uriel, please say it now. Take a moment, shake your neck, your shoulders. Keep your eyes still closed. Move your arms. Begin to open your eyes. Just going to cover mine for a little bit. Who felt that? I felt that. Blood orange. I think that's what I saw too. Blood orange. Yes. I love that, Nicole. All right, everyone. I hope I helped. I hope you understand. I am absolutely doing my best to provide information the best way I can. I think Uriel was calling me to speak to you all today. I'd love to know what Uriel means to you after this. How is he coming to you? Like Nicole said, she meditated on Archangel Uriel this morning. I just feel like crying. And so coming upon this video right now, she says, must be a sign to me of something I prayed for. And I love that, Nicole. And so I wish everyone well. I wish everyone to live in their authentic truth. I wish for anyone that has hidden issues and hidden paths, I wish you strength, complete strength to speak up. And I love you all. And I thank you.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown.